Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Satyakam, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Uma Kanjilal Ma'am, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Sumitra Kukreti, Registrar Dr. Negi, Directors of all schools, divisions, and regional centers, faculty and staff, Indira Gandhi National Open University, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar, a very good afternoon to you all. We warmly welcome you all to the launch of MA in Environmental and Occupational Health, oral mode, and postgraduate diploma in Environmental and Occupational Health, online mode, School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, IGNOU. These programs will provide learners with environmental and occupational health expertise and resources. Mental health is concerned with the effects of air, water, food, and our physical surroundings on human health. The goal of occupational health is to keep individuals healthy at work. The programs aim to provide skilled human resources which will serve as the foundation for achieving the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, as well as ensuring planetary and human well-being. We are fortunate to have the blessings and guidance of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao Sir, and with his guidance, we have designed these programs in alignment with the NEP 2020. I now invite Professor Shachi Shah, Director, School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University, to give the welcome address.
Thank you, Dr. Sushmita. His Excellency, Honorable Shri Ramesh Bayasji, Governor of Jharkhand, and the chief guest of this launching ceremony. Honorable Minister of State, Dr. A. Suresh, Minister for Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and guest of honor of today's event. Honorable Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, Pro Vice Chancellors of IGNOU, all the directors, registrars, head of divisions, and IGNOU fraternity. On behalf of Indira Gandhi National Open University, it is my proud privilege to extend heartiest welcome to you all to this virtual launching event of MA Environment and Occupational Health and Postgraduate Diploma in Environment and Occupational Health. We feel extremely honored by the presence of His Excellency, the Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bayasji, who has very kindly consented to be the chief guest of this event. It is a matter of great pleasure for all of us that he could find time to be with us in spite of his preoccupation. This shows his interest in academic pursuits. His presence here today is a source of inspiration to IGNOU family, and so we feel overwhelmed and fortunate by his gracious presence. I extend a very warm welcome to Shri Ramesh Bayasji, His Excellency, the Governor of Jharkhand. I take this opportunity to extend very warm and cordial welcome to Honorable Minister of State, Dr. A. Suresh ji, Minister for Education, Governor of Andhra Pradesh on this occasion as guest of honor. Sir, we thank you for your gracious presence here today. The virtual launching of this event is being organized under the visionary leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, who has always been our guiding light, source of inspiration, and a pillar of strength. Under his exemplary and visionary leadership, IGNOU has accredited with now A++ grade, is taking lead in implementing National Education Policy 2020 and has secured the top position among non-technical institutes of national importance in utter ranking of institution on innovation achievement ranking 2021. I also take this opportunity to welcome all the directors, registrars, head of division, and all IGNOU fraternity. IGNOU is among very few universities all over the world having School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, which is solely dedicated to multidisciplinary educational program. Under the guidance of VC Sir, school has taken a proactive stance toward national education policy and exploring appropriate measure for its implementation. In line with NEP, school is an enabling space to foster multidisciplinary programs and provide a holistic education. We are offering programs cutting across the disciplinary boundaries, programs which are need-based and which are socially relevant. The school has launched 3 master's programs last year and launching new programs like MA in Environment and Occupational Health and PG Diploma in Environment and Occupational Health with an entry and exit option will certainly build a strong foundation for NEP 2020 directives. At present, school offers 15 programs, including 3 master's programs, 1 bachelor program, 2 PhD programs, certificate and diploma programs in the area of environmental science, climate change, occupational health, waste management, sustainability science, philosophy, folklore and culture studies, migration and diaspora, all are having multidisciplinary focus. The school is also offering 9 MOOC courses and online PG diploma program. Further, IGNOU, under the dynamic leadership of VC Sir, is taking a flagship role in digital transformation by extensive use of technology in teaching and learning, which is in line with NEP 2020. IGNOU has made its presence felt on the national and international scenario by serving the educational needs of millions of learners in the country by digital transformation. The virtual launch of MA and online PG diploma in environment and occupational health program is undoubtedly one more progressive steps toward education of the future. With these words, I welcome once again His Excellency Shri Ramesh Bayasji, Governor of Jharkhand and Chief Guest of today's event and all of you to this event. I also take this opportunity to wish you all a very happy Lohri and happy Pongal. Namaskar.
Thank you, Professor Shachi ma'am, for the welcome address. I now invite Professor B. Rupini, Program Coordinator, MA EOH, PGD EOH OL, School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, IGNOU, to give an overview of the programs of both the MA, EOH, and the Postgraduate Diploma in Environmental and Occupational Health online mode.
Thank you, Dr. Sushmita. Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bayasji, Government of India, Guest of Honor, Dr. A. Suresh ji, Minister of Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, all Pro-Vice Chancellors of Indira Gandhi National Open University, all directors of the schools, heads of divisions and units, regional centers, a very good afternoon to you all and welcome to the launch of Masters in Environmental and Occupational Health. I am Professor Rupini, Program Coordinator for MA in Environmental and Occupational Health and Postgraduate Diploma in Environmental and Occupational Health. Welcome you all and would like to provide the brief about the program. We are facing a global health crisis, one that is spreading human suffering, not only disturbing the global economy and upending people's lives. There is an inherent relationship between environment and human health. The human health is a reflection of socio-economic and physical environment. These socio-cultural and physical environmental factors cumulatively lead to a greater burden of diseases. The main link between the workplace and the general environment is that the source of hazard is usually the same, whether it is an agricultural activity or an industrial activity. In order to control the health hazard, a common approach may work effectively in both settings. Environmental and Occupational Health Program mainly focuses on assessing the public risks associated with biological, chemical, biomechanical, and psychosocial hazards in natural and built environments. Environmental health specialists focus on effect of environmental pollution on the health of human beings. This program also focuses on all aspects of health and safety related to the workplace. So the evidence on the environmental impacts of health systems is steadily increasing, as is the evidence on the opportunities that improved environmental sustainability. The main environmental impacts of health systems that come from their consumption of energy and resources, production of greenhouse gases, and also use and disposal of the toxic chemicals and production of waste and wastewaters. So today, IGNOU enters into a new era by introducing a Master of Arts in Environmental and Occupational Health program. And also, keeping these mentioned aspects in mind, the Master in Environmental and Occupational Health program has been designed. Although most universities across the globe offer either MSc or MPH in this discipline, but IGNOU is one of the few to offer a MA in the field across the globe in general, but first university in India. We believe this program will help every graduate to equip himself or herself with knowledge and competencies to shoulder the responsibility towards safeguarding the environment as an environmental steward. The learner will also become aware of the impact of the poor ergonomics and occupational hazards on health and be able to take steps to not only to diagnose the same, but also institute measures to mitigate them. The program provides the enrolled students the option of exiting the program after 1 year and still getting a diploma in environmental and occupational health. Keeping in view the diverse nature of the aspirants for this program, both with respect to the qualifications as well as the area of work and expertise, the program offers 12 core courses in areas like environmental and occupational hazards, environmental law and management, occupational health and safety, disaster medicine and management, gender issues in agriculture, rural livelihoods, and natural resource management, fundamentals of mental health, safety philosophy and principles of accident prevention, gender issues in work, employment and productivity, and finally, global climate change, to name a few. And the choice of 8 electives in vast variety of subjects, out of which the candidates are required to take any 6 in total of 72 credits. So there are already 2 courses are on offer on Swayam platform with more than 3,000 enrollment. So the target group profile as well as the admission criteria of this program is any graduation from any discipline and a strong inclination and desire to build a career in environmental and occupational health should also have an interest in issues related to public health and environment can take up this program. And also professionals working in environmental and occupational sectors and NGOs as well. Doctors, nurses, paramedical graduates, and also employees from CPCB, civil servants and state and central governments, faculty, researchers, and students in universities, research organizations, and colleges. And also graduates, those who want to pursue a career in environmental management, occupational health, and safety. So I'm sure this program will go a long way in capacity building of the in-service employees and professionals, and at the same time offer career opportunities to the successful aspirants. The successful learners will be able to work with health practitioners, researchers, policymakers to develop, evaluate, and monitor health policies, programs, and practices which are related to healthy environment. Not only that, they can also go for the environmental health specialists, research program managers, environmental health and safety managers, industrial hygienists, research assistants, and also environmental health managers. So I believe these objectives of this program remain pillars of good education and research even for today. With these, I would like to thank you all once again for support and encouragement. Now, it is my pleasure and honor to invite our own Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, who is instinct support, strength, and managing all activities of the university in this global pandemic. He is providing all kinds of support for teaching, learning, and encouraging online platform to reach the students who are widely spread geographically across the country and abroad. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, may kindly address the participants. Thank you.
Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bayasji, Honorable Minister of Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. A. Sureshji, my own faculty, IGNOU fraternity, and dear learners. It's a historic occasion for all of us. As Honorable Governor of Jharkhand has kindly agreed to bless us on this occasion. The School of Interdisciplinary Studies is going to launch a program on MA Environmental and Occupational Health that is in ODL mode, and postgraduate diploma in Environment and Occupational Health that is an online mode. And both these programs, they are in tune with the requirements of the National Education Policy. The contents, they are relevant. The structure is also relevant. And we see that ours is the largest university in terms of student strength in the world, having 33 lakh learners with us and more than 36 lakh alumni. They have passed out from IGNOU. They are associated with IGNOU during the last 36 years. We reach to almost all corners of the country as well as abroad. 21 international study centers are there. We are associated with E-Vidya Bharati. That is again a project of Ministry of External Affairs. We run more than 250 ODL programs and 30 online programs. And all these programs are very, very popular. Out of these 240 programs, 30 programs, they are the postgraduate programs, and around 30 programs, they are undergraduate programs. And they cover almost all the domains, the humanities, social sciences, sciences, health sciences, tourism, vocational studies, journalism, and so on and so forth. We are a global player, and most of the countries, they seek our guidance in establishing their own universities in the ODL mode. Every year, we enroll around 11 lakh learners. And every 6 months, we conduct examination for around 7 lakh learners spread all over the country through our examination centers. We focus on access. We keep in mind the quality. We keep in mind also the affordability. So all the three we keep in mind whenever we go for any new course. We are the national coordinator for SWAYAM, wherein we have gone for 151 SWAYAM courses. This SWAYAM portal is the Ministry of Education's portal. We are also the national coordinator for SWAYAM Prabha. The 4 channels that are allotted to us out of 33. And recently, we are reaching to almost all states of the country in teaching our subjects in their mother tongue. That is also in tune with the requirements of the National Education Policy. This initiative is giving tremendous response from the learners, because now the learners feel that the material, although it is available right now in English or in Hindi, but the teaching pedagogy, that is, we are trying to reach through their mother tongue. Tamil, Punjabi, Telugu, Malayalam. We are experimenting with all these languages. Initially, we have gone for undergraduate programs. This particular school, it has the distinction of mixing up the various disciplines, interdisciplinary. And that is the focus of our national education policy, which says that multidisciplinary focus that needs to be kept in mind while going for any new programs. Because that promotes the innovation. As has been pointed out by the director SOITS, we were also ranked first in order of merit amongst all the central universities and the institutions of national importance under non-technical category under Atal ranking. Only on 27th of December, this announcement was made. So promotion of interdisciplinary components, multidisciplinary focus, entry and exit, that is being flexible, holistic courses, including the skill-oriented and also the generic courses. As far as these two courses are concerned, these two programs are concerned, as has been rightly pointed out, that they are MA in environment and occupational health. Normally the people, they go for MSc. But our purpose is to reach the unreached. Reach to those people who want to know that what are the occupational hazards and how the environmental concerns they can be addressed. If we restrict this particular program to only the discipline of science, then only fewer numbers they will try to get it. But in this reach, we are now reaching to all those who are having the graduation degree. The same is the true with respect to the online program. We started this post-graduation diploma long back, and we are getting tremendous response on that in ODL mode. Now we are going to launch it on online mode also, because we are also the pioneer as far as online programs are concerned. And right now we are running the highest number of online programs, that is 30 in the country, to reach all corners of the country as well as abroad. The presence of Honorable Governor of Jharkhand is really motivating to all of us. It has inspired all of us. Our learners, they also feel elevated by his benign presence. And the presence of the Minister of Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, Dr. A. Suresh, it is a moral booster to us. The IGNOU fraternity is delighted to see your presence in this virtual launch program of these two specific ODL and online programs. On this occasion, I request both the dignitaries to bless us, to guide us, and to inspire us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for guiding us, encouraging us, and showing us the way, and helping us in launching these programs. I now invite Professor Ruchika Cuba, Program Coordinator for both MA EOH and Postgraduate Diploma in Environmental and Occupational Health online mode, School of Health Science, IGNOU, to welcome our distinguished guest, Honorable Minister for Education, Andhra Pradesh, Dr. A. Suresh.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sushmita, and a very good afternoon to all the dignitaries. I really feel honored to introduce Dr. A. Suresh, Honorable Minister for Education, Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Suresh did his bachelor's in civil engineering from National Institute of Technology, Karnataka in 1984, and then acquired a doctorate in computer science engineering. He was selected in the Andhra Pradesh Public Service Commission in 1986 and in the IRAS in 1989. He has served in various state and central government departments in various capacities since the last 22 years. He was elected as the member of the Legislative Assembly for Yerragonda Pelem constituency for the term 2009 general elections and has been involved in various departmental and developmental activities. He is also an active member of various committees and involved actively in improving the educational status of the state, a legacy that he is carrying forward from his father. Thank you.
Thank you, Suresh. Should I start?
Yes, sir, please.
Right. Right. Thank you, Rushika for kind words of introducing me to the IGNOU fraternity and all the students of IGNOU and the Honorable His Excellency, the Governor of Jharkhand. So, on this auspicious occasion of virtual launch of two programs, one masterate and another PG diploma in environmental and occupational health by His Excellency, the Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bhaisji. First of all, my greetings to all the dignitaries present there. On behalf of the Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, Sri Y. Jagannath Reddy Garu, and on behalf of the Department of Education, Higher Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh, and my namaskar to Honorable Governor of Jharkhand. So the other dignitaries present there, the Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, Professor Nageshwar ji, and the team of the School of Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, Indira Gandhi National Open University, Directors Professor Shachi Shamji, Professor Rupini ji, and Dr. Sushmita Bhaskarji, and Professor Ruchika Kubaji, and all the pro vice chancellors, directors, and other IGNOU fraternity who are there and connected on this virtual online. Very good afternoon to all of you. My greetings to you all again, once again. It is indeed it's need of the hour to start a program for developing professionals in the field of environmental and occupations and occupational health for the industry. And then, as I understand, these master's program and PG diploma programs, which now are going to be launched by His Excellency the Governor Ji, I think are really going to be a totally game changers in the field of the environmental experts, which are now there is a scarcity for various reasons because of the nature of the subject. The environmental and then the occupational health safety per se involves various departments, including life sciences, including the pure sciences, and also the technology, and to some extent medical field. So when so many disciplines are involved, and then a subject need to be studied, cutting across the disciplines, and also amalgamating the subjects together, I think it is only the department, the Center for Interdisciplinary and Transdisciplinary Studies, IGNOU only can do such type of innovative courses based on the demand of the industry. So my congratulations to IGNOU on this occasion, and I also congratulate IGNOU for getting NAC A++ grade under the able leadership of Professor Nageshwar ji, the Vice Chancellor of of Indira Gandhi National Open University. In fact, this has become a role model for all online ODL courses and also online courses. As our Vice Chancellor has just put it now, that it is the IGNOU is the university which is offering a largest number of online courses, and then in fact it has now evolved as a brand by itself. The certificates, the PG diplomas, and then the degrees which are being now given by IGNOU are really shows the amount of the knowledge, especially the domain knowledge one possesses after acquiring this degree. As rightly pointed out by our Honorable Vice Chancellor, that under the new education policy, we need to encourage courses which have multidisciplinary, which are interdisciplinary, which have skilling, and which has flexibility in entry and exit. In fact, in Andhra Pradesh also, under our Honorable Chief Minister's leadership, Sri Y.S. Jagannath Reddy, we are addressing these problems, in fact, very strongly. And skilling is the only panacea for employment or unemployment which is prevailing now with the youth. It is not the degrees which get them jobs. It is the skill. It is the hands-on experience. It is the knowledge, domain knowledge, which they acquire based on the needs of the industry that really takes them close to the doorsteps of these employment opportunities, not only pan-India, but across the globe. So, in fact, these two courses, I'm sure, would aim at giving some knowledge on environmental health, occupational hazard management, and epidemiology, and health policy and management. Because that is precisely the main reason why actually this type of courses are to be handled by a team of the professionals who are experts in transdisciplinary and interdisciplinary studies. Because as you all know, that due to liberalization of the world trade and rapid technological progress and significant development in transport and communications, a lot of hazards have now being surfaced on human health and on the environment, and many factors are there which are detrimental to this human health. It also affects the productivity. So there will be loss of productivity, and then there will be loss of economy also, because in terms of cost of treatment of these hazards which are now detrimental to the human health. So a healthy worker, on the other hand, will increase industrial output and lower the cost of production through their incomes. So I'm sure these courses will give some learning outcomes on public health, and then the management, the research implications, and also will help in interpreting the environmental health research findings, and it will also be feasible for a research plan to address gaps in state of knowledge and environmental and occupational health. I'm sure this course from the IGNOU will also fulfill the sustained developmental goals which are now being strictly being followed as envisaged by Niti Aayog. And I must also not forget to mention the NEP, the requirements of NEP, the National Education Policy, which has been unveiled after a long gap of nearly 4 decades by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi ji. And here in Andhra Pradesh, I can proudly say that we are committed for implementation of this national education policy right from pre-primary education to higher education by introducing best practices. In fact, we have taken a lot of best practices from IGNOU per se also in going for this choice-based credit system and academic bank of credits, wherein there will be a lot of flexibility and the students should be exposed to various disciplines and various domain knowledges, so that when he goes to the industry, the student should be a brand by himself. this is the philosophy by which the education policy in Andhra Pradesh is being designed and customized to the requirements of NEP. So I once again thank the IGNOU fraternity for giving me this opportunity to be part of launching of these two beautiful master's programs and PG diploma programs. One is in ODL mode and another is an online mode. In fact, I can say that IGNOU is the front runner and the role model for all the other universities in whichever mode they are being run, maybe deemed universities or private universities or state-run universities to adopt the model, the templates of IGNOU as far as starting of ODL and OL courses are concerned. And I'm sure from here we'll take the cue in designing many more courses in environmental and occupational health. I sincerely thank the program coordinators, Professor Shachi Shaji, Professor Rupini ji, Professor Sushmita Bhaskar ji, and Professor Ruchika ji for starting off such a beautiful program. And I wish the students will get benefited, and many more students will take these programs. And in fact, this hour of pandemic, when COVID third wave is now luring, and there is creating dropouts, and this is the only way to continue this education without any dropouts. That is the online and ODL mode, and true to the requirement, you have taken up this model, and I congratulate the entire fraternity of IGNOU and under the dynamic leadership of Professor Nageswara ji for taking IGNOU as a front runner in this interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary courses are concerned. Thank you, and I once again wish all the fraternity of IGNOU and all the viewers who are now linked up to this virtual inauguration for launching of these two programs a very happy Pongal and Holi. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sparing your valuable time and with your inspiring words and motivating us in launching this program. And thank you, sir, for sharing your views on the interdisciplinary perspectives and the multidisciplinary aspect, and how the various disciplines are very important, and how the skilled personnel in environmental and occupational health can benefit the industries and from the various sectors. For example, it could be in the healthcare sector, it could be in the agriculture sector, and so on. So thank you, sir, once again for gracing this event. I now take this opportunity to invite our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to invite and introduce His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Baisji, for launch of the MA and PGD EOH program. So.
Honorable Governor of Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Baisji. It's an honor for me to introduce Honorable Governor of Jharkhand ji. Before joining as Governor of Jharkhand, he joined as Governor of Tripura in July 2019. He started his political career way back in 1978. Then he is an MP for 7 terms, Member of Parliament for 7 terms. He was Union Minister of State, Chemicals and Fertilizers during 1999. He was also Union Minister of State, Information and Broadcasting. He was also Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Mines. He was also Union Minister of State, Independent Charge, Ministry of Environment and Forests during 2004. He was also member Hindi Salahkar Samiti, Ministry of Coal and Mines. He was the Chief Whip in Lok Sabha during 2009 to 2014. Then he was elected to 16th Lok Sabha, 7th term in 2014. In 2014 to 19, he was also appointed as Chairman Standing Committee on Social Justice and Empowerment. And through that, he conducted studies on disability and transgender issues extensively. It's a great honor to be with him today. I now request him to virtually launch MBA Environment, MA Environment and Occupational Health, and postgraduate diploma in Environmental and Occupational Health. That is an online program, and the MA program is ODL program by His Excellency Honorable Governor Sri Ramesh Baisji. Now I request His Excellency Honorable Governor Sri Ramesh Baisji to address all of us.
इग्नू द्वारा इस स्नातकोत्तर में पर्यावरण एवं व्यावसायिक स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम के शुभ अवसर पर वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग के माध्यम से जुड़े आंध्र प्रदेश के माननीय शिक्षा मंत्री डॉक्टर ए सुरेश जी, इग्नू के कुलपति प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव जी, निर्देशक प्रोफेसर सची शाह जी, प्रोफेसर बी रूपान्य रुक्नी जी, डॉक्टर सुष्मिता भास्कर जी, प्रोफेसर रुचिका कुबा जी, उपस्थित शिक्षाविद सभी को मेरा नमस्कार। सर्वप्रथम मैं इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय इग्नू के कुलपति प्रोफेसर नागेश्वर राव एवं उनकी पूरी टीम को नेक A++ के ग्रेड हासिल करने के लिए बधाई व शुभकामनाएं देता हूं। भारत में और निवेश में उच्च शिक्षा के व्यापक प्रसार में इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय का महत्वपूर्ण स्थान है। ग्रॉस एनरोलमेंट रेशियो GER की दृष्टि से उच्च शिक्षा के क्षेत्र में इनकी सराहनीय भूमिका रही है। इग्नू ने अपने परिश्रम से देश में अपना एक विशिष्ट स्थान बनाया है और इसके विद्यार्थियों ने देश तथा विदेशों में अपनी एक पहचान बनाई है और संस्थान का नाम रोशन किया है। खुशी की बात है कि आज वर्तमान समय को देखते हुए इग्नू स्नातकोत्तर पाठ्यक्रम में पर्यावरण एवं व्यावसायिक स्वास्थ्य कार्यक्रम प्रारंभ करने जा रहा है। हम सब जानते हैं कि पर्यावरण प्रदूषण से आज समस्त विश्व चिंतित है और पर्यावरण सुरक्षा आज विश्व के लिए सबसे बड़ी चुनौती बन गई है। आज हमें यह देखने की नितांत जरूरत है कि हम किस प्रकार अपने पर्यावरण की रक्षा करते हुए विकास का मार्ग अपना सकते हैं। पर्यावरण असंतुलन के कारण बेमौसम अतिवृष्टि, अनावृष्टि, सूखा, बाढ़ में वृद्धि हो रही है, जिसके कारण करोड़ों लोगों का जनजीवन प्रभावित हो रहा है। ग्लोबल वार्मिंग के कारण ग्लेशियर पिघल रहे हैं। इससे फसल चक्र के अनियमित होने की संभावना है और कृषि उत्पादन पर असर पड़ना स्वाभाविक है। इस ओर भी हम सभी को चिंतन करने की जरूरत है। हमें पर्यावरण संरक्षण के प्रति अधिक से अधिक कार्य करने की ओर ध्यान देना होगा। यह कार्यक्रम पर्यावरण और व्यावसायिक स्वास्थ्य के मिशन के अनुरूप है, जो शिक्षा, अनुसंधान और सेवा के माध्यम से पर्यावरण और व्यावसायिक एक्सपोजर से रासायनिक और जैविक जैसे दूषित पदार्थों द्वारा उत्पन्न मानव स्वास्थ्य पर हो रहे प्रतिकूल प्रभावों को कम करना और रोकना है। इस दिशा में मुझे लगता है कि आपके द्वारा मानव गतिविधियों, पर्यावरण, व्यवसाय और सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य के अंतर संबंध के संदर्भ में पर्यावरण और व्यावसायिक स्वास्थ्य को परिभाषित करने की भी आवश्यकता है। कार्य स्थलों पर क्या क्या संभावित खतरे हो सकते हैं, इसको भी देखने की जरूरत है। श्रमिकों, संपत्ति, पर्यावरण और आम जनता के लिए उत्पन्न खतरों को रोकने के लिए आप लोग क्या क्या रणनीतियां अपनाएंगे, इस पर भी आपको ध्यान देने की आवश्यकता है। होने वाले संभावित खतरों के लिए परीक्षण और रोग फैलने के बारे में जानकारी वितरित करना और कार्यस्थल पर पर्यावरण के नमूनों को इकट्ठा करने और विश्लेषण करने की विधि की रूपरेखा तैयार करने की आवश्यकता है। फिर आपके संस्थान को औद्योगिक सुरक्षा और आपदा प्रबंधन की व्यवस्था भी करनी हो चाहिए और पर्यावरण स्वास्थ्य के इतिहास के ज्ञान का वर्णन और प्रसार भी करना चाहिए। सतत विकास के लिए 2030 एजेंडा के तहत विकास लक्ष्यों SDG में योगदान करने के लिए हर क्षेत्र की जिम्मेदारी पर प्रकाश डालता है। स्वस्थ जीवन का बीमा कराना और सभी उम्र में भलाई को बढ़ावा देना सतत विकास के लिए आवश्यक है। यह कार्यक्रम विशेष रूप से आम जनता और औद्योगिक कामगार को सैद्धांतिक समझ और हस्तांतरणीय कौशल प्रदान करता है और करेगा, ऐसा मेरा मानना है। आज भूगर्भ जल का स्तर भी नीचे जा रहा है। हमें प्रकृति की सुरक्षा हेतु सचेत रहना होगा एवं इस पर तेजी से काम करना होगा। प्रत्येक संस्थान, संगठन, उद्योगों को पर्यावरण को गंभीरता से लेना चाहिए और पर्यावरण से हो रहे नुकसान को ध्यान में रखते हुए लोगों के स्वास्थ्य पर ध्यान देने का प्रयास होना चाहिए। उद्योगों में काम कर रहे श्रमिकों के स्वास्थ्य तथा उनके कल्याण के प्रति हमें समर्पित रहना चाहिए, वरना इस दिशा में हमारी उदासीनता एक नैतिक अपराध होगी। आशा है कि IGNOU द्वारा शुरू किए गए इस प्रकार के पाठ्यक्रम पर्यावरण और व्यावसायिक स्वास्थ्य, प्रकृति का और निर्मित वातावरण में जैविक, रासायनिक, भौतिक, जैव यांत्रिक और मनोसामाजिक खतरों से जुड़े सार्वजनिक स्वास्थ्य जोखिमों का आकलन कर स्वास्थ्य हितों के साथ रोजगार परक पाठ्यक्रम भी होगा। पर्यावरण एवं स्वास्थ्य विशेषज्ञ मानव स्वास्थ्य पर पर्यावरण प्रदूषण के दुष्प्रभाव पर ध्यान केंद्रित करते हैं। यह कार्यस्थल से संबंधित स्वास्थ्य और सुरक्षा के सभी पहलुओं पर भी ध्यान केंद्रित करता है। आशा है कि इस पाठ्यक्रम से सामान्य पर्यावरण कार्यस्थल पर अनुकूल पर्यावरण व संबंधित खतरों और पर्यावरणीय स्वास्थ्य, व्यावसायिक जोखिम प्रबंधन, महामारी विज्ञान, स्वास्थ्य नीति तथा प्रबंधन एवं पर्यावरणीय स्वास्थ्य संवर्धन के विभिन्न पहलुओं के साथ स्वास्थ्य जोखिमों के समाधान की दिशा में विद्यार्थियों को बेहतर शिक्षा सुलभ की जा सकेगी। वर्तमान में कोरोना महामारी की चुनौती से दुनिया वैश्विक स्वास्थ्य संकट का सामना कर रही है और इससे अर्थव्यवस्था भी प्रभावित हो रही है। दुनिया भर में लोगों का जीवन प्रभावित हो रहा है। इस तरह के कार्यक्रम निश्चय ही पर्यावरण और व्यावसायिक दोनों में उत्पन्न खतरों के बारे में जागरूकता लाएंगे। मुझे बताया गया है कि यह कार्यक्रम मुख्य रूप से पर्यावरणीय जोखिम माप, जोखिम नियंत्रण और व्यावसायिक एवं पर्यावरणीय जोखिमों का स्वास्थ्य प्रभावों के आकलन पर केंद्रित है। हमारे विद्यार्थी अपने ज्ञान व कौशल से चिकित्सकों, शोधकर्ताओं और नीति निर्माताओं के साथ काम करने में सक्षम होंगे और पर्यावरण व लोगों के स्वास्थ्य के क्षेत्र में कार्य कर सकेंगे। एक बार पुनः इग्नू की पूरी टीम को इस कार्यक्रम को शुरू करने हेतु बधाई। जय हिंद, जय झारखंड।
Thank you, His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bayas ji, for gracing this academic event in spite of your busy schedule. We are deeply grateful to you, sir, for presiding over this function and for an enlightening address. Thank you, sir, for your encouragement, support, and strength and motivating us in our teaching, learning journey. You have emphasized the importance of environmental health, transmissible diseases, the importance of human health, and how environmental protection and awareness is very important, and how biodiversity and environmental conservation also play a very important role in the society. Thank you, sir, once again. I consider it a great privilege to propose a vote of thanks to all the dignitaries who have spared their valuable time and made it convenient to attend this event. We sincerely thank His Excellency, Honorable Governor of Jharkhand, Shri Ramesh Bayas ji, for gracing this event. We are extremely grateful to you, sir, for your insightful address. We sincerely thank Honorable Minister for Education, Andhra Pradesh, Dr. A. Suresh, distinguished guests. Sir, I thank you for presiding over this function and your address. I take this opportunity to express our sincere thanks to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Nageshwar Rao, sir, for continuously motivating us, encouraging us, and guiding us for the development and launch of these programs. We thank our Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Satyakam, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Uma Kanchilal ma'am, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Sumitra Kukreti ma'am, for their constant support in the activities of our school. We thank the Registrar, Dr. Negi, directors of all schools, divisions, and the regional centers, the entire faculty and staff of Indira Gandhi National Open University to grace this occasion. We specially thank Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Uma Kanchilal Madam, for providing all the support with the launch of the programs in a very short notice. We thank the Director, Center for Online Education, Professor V.V. Subramaniam, and the Director, EMPC, Dr. Shrikant Mohapatra, for all the technical support provided. We also sincerely thank Sri Rajesh Sharma, CPRO PIU, for all support and help. We thank the Director, SOITS, and all the faculty of SOITS for their continuous cooperation, teamwork, and support. We thank, lastly, all the esteemed participants for sparing their valuable time. Thanks to you all. I now humbly request you all to stand up for our national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता।